What's up? What's happening, gamers? K Mega 405 coming to you live from the 405 where I'm just a regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. Man, thank you so much. I know that I've had you. Well, let's just do this. You know, I go on hiatuses a little bit. This was a quick one. There was no Fight Night Sunday. There was no My Thoughts on Tuesday, and I didn't do Fight Night Monday or Tuesday. And there was a reason behind that. And you're looking at it right here. Now, for the people who don't know me, but the people that don't know me, I have this habit. I have this problem. What is happening with you, Emmanuel? I have this problem. If I get into a game, I'm all in. If I'm all in, now I play all types of games, right? Like, I mean, you know. But if I'm caught up and lost into a video game, that's all if I'm invested like that, I'm not going to stop playing it until I beat it. And this game right here, as you're seeing, had me caught up. I started playing it Monday. It was on the radar. I seen it sometime, I believe, last week, a trailer. And I said, "Oh, this game doesn't look too bad." You know, I was digging the protagonist, and it just seemed like it was a cool little game. I knew that it was going to be a AA game, something like that. But this game right here is called Echoes of the End, and I said, "Okay, I'm going in. I'm finna record some gameplay. You know, show it off because that's what I do. Especially if games that catches my interest. Sometimes I'll sit here and I'll play them. They'll be put in the backlog, and I'll come catch them later, years later, whatever the case may be. But this game caught me, and I mean caught me, and I was not stopping until I beat it. Now, it took around 15, 16 hours. This game is not easy. Now, there's an easy mode for people out there. There's a story mode if you don't want to go through the hardship. But this game is not easy. And on top of that, like, I just seen the studio show it today that they were doing some, they were sending in a patch to fix some bugs and some things like that. With all that being said, the game is very challenging if you play it on regular or and it's a nightmare playing it on the ultimate on the ultimate difficulty. But the game is so entertaining. It caught me completely off guard. And I'm a person that don't like playing games that has a lot of puzzles in it. I don't like platforming games or whatever, but there are certain games that will get me to make me say, I'm all in. Now, when I say platforming, I'm talking about like something like Donkey Kong or Mario or something like that, the 2D type of stuff. But like games like Psychonauts 2, because it was so well done, I couldn't help but just keep playing it and enjoying it. And I'm looking at games like this game to me is kind of like in this ilk of it has Plague Tale vibes. As you'll see the gameplay here, you have an assistant, so much not an assistant, but a comrade, and you got to do certain different puzzles and stuff like that. Same type of stuff that you do in Plague's Tale. Also, it's kind of like with the combat, you get to do things within the combat, things like that. Now, mind you, this is a AA game. This is the studio's very first effort on making a game. And like I said, that's the reason why I show this gameplay, so you could be the judge of that. As you can see, you can tell that there's some certain things, if you're really into all the perfect type of animations, you don't see that with this game like that. But for their first effort, I'm telling you this right now, I want this game to succeed so bad. I want to see a sequel because I'm invested into the characters, I'm invested into the world, the space. There's this level when you get to chapter 5. I think it's chapter 5. It's Haven. When you get Haven is just crazy as it is, right? But when you get into the lower levels of Haven, and I'll show some and there'll be some gameplay of that showing here because I mean I want to catch up on a couple of things that Gamescom, COD, and talk about Wukong. So you know me, I'm going to probably talk for about an hour. So this is how much the gameplay I'm going to show is about an hour's worth. But it was crazy. I was so impressed with some of the stuff that they did in the game. And there was things, of course, that was annoying. Like I thought that there was a couple of things that they could have left out, like that sand stuff that you could use. Once I figured it out, but that was more of a human error on my part because I'm like, what's the reason of me using the sand and not knowing that I didn't have to project it out, use her powers to project it out? I could just jump on it and climb it. So that was a human error on that. But I kind of thought like, why are you showing this at this stage of the game towards the end part of the game? But anyway, regardless of it. Combat is good, of course. Could use some more polish, but like I said, they're doing a patch on some things, especially if you're playing on the harder difficulties. The especially the bosses, they are ruthless, and you will die. You will die. So it is great. It's Spider-Man said it's like a Sony game. Nah, bro. No. We keep giving Sony has its own type of template, right? And it can't just be everything, because there's been games that's kind of like have this look, have this vibe, all this type of stuff going on for ever since 3D graphics has been introduced. So let's not give Sony all types of credit. This game is, like I said, it's got a Plague's Tale vibe to it. Story is good. It might not be the best story of all time or anything like that, but the story kept me involved. I like the characters in the game. I will say this for the main protagonist, which is the female, as you see, who I'm fighting with. She is what I wish that old girl was in Forspoken. In the sense of, okay, if you wanted to make her a little edgy or brazen, something like that, she definitely starts off like that. But she's more like a big sister mother type. Like she's about no nonsense. It was how she was raised. And so like, she's like, look, it's crazy out here. Shit is real. It's not, ain't no time for games. You know what I'm saying? And she's trying to protect her brother, things of that nature. And she's trying to teach him, kind of like how she was taught. But then over time, of course, she softens up somewhat. Now, she's still about their business, but she softens up somewhat. And then there's certain things you're wondering what's happening in this, and especially with her companion, I should say, or helper. You find out his backstory. The wittiness between the two, because she's kind of hard nosed and he's kind of, he's a scholar, but he's got these little corny jokes, or he'll say something or whatever. And then the back and forth, I loved it. The voice acting was solid. I just think it's a really good game for a first entry, and I grade first entry games totally different. Like I love Project, oh my goodness. The game that Sony will never bring back, but it was I can't think of the name of the game right now. With the werewolves and all that crazy stuff. It was a PlayStation 4 game. I love that game. I thought that game was fantastic. It had its flaws, no doubt about it, but it was good. It was solid. Days Gone. Broken is all out, but once the patch came, the game was solid as hell. First entries, I grade them so differently. So I give this game right now, a 77, 78 out of 100. Because like I said, and if I might go back and play it again, because I just beat it last night. Because now since I see the patches, I'm like, I might go up here and I might give it a 8.5. I like it that much. But like I said, I grade first entries differently because of the fact it's their first time. There's not going to be all the great things that you're going to see animation wise and certain other things that you would see in games. So I'm giving it a high score. I'm giving it a good score because I think this game is worth it. Now the game is like $40. You can find it as cheap as like 30. Now, so people that's like kind of on the fence, because in the next couple of weeks, it's going to be a lot of gaming heat drop. So, if you're waiting for another sale, I'm pretty sure this game will drop in the sale here within the month, and you get it for like 25, you know what I'm saying, or less. I say cop that. This game is that worth it. It's about, it took me about 16 hours to beat. Now, again, I played it on a harder difficulty. So, and the game is not easy. In that sense, it's not a Souls-like, as you can see, but if you get hit and you're not together, you ain't put together on some things, then you're gonna get cooked. So it's it's a challenge. And then the puzzles, god dang, there were some puzzles that had me like, what? And so I'm like, but but you'll figure out, it gives you hints, things like that. All the way, just look at the gameplay and let me know what you think. I know I love it. I really do like it. And if I'm saying that I might want to go back and try, I wish it had a new mode. Now, hopefully that if they might add that. If they add a new plus mode in this game, I'm going to definitely play it again, because I want to take all my abilities and things that I earned and see if I can go in there and just start wrecking shop. Like, bro, like she's got some really cool powers. With your assistant, you can do something. So, and even if, and maybe this game might have some DLC. I don't know. But anyway, game's called Echoes of the End. It is good. It is really good. You said, okay, so let me read some of the people in the chat saying this. It said, bro, I'm playing it. I'm on chapter 6. You might beat the game. You might have beat the game, but you just hate Sony. Shut up. I don't hate Sony. I do not hate Sony. I do not hate Sony. It's not like any type of game that's like this is not a Sony. Sony got a template, bro. They got a template. They have their own type of style, type of game. That's like saying Resident Evil is a Sony game. No, Resident Evil is its own type of game. Like Sony has implemented things. Like look at, okay, like for instance, like God of War. How God of War started and how God of War has become. That it's not the same. That's like you're saying games that's like Shinobi or anything like the new Shinobi that's finna drop, which I'm looking forward to. Is a PlayStation game. No, it's not anything about having hate. It's just like, come on, man. That's just kind of like saying any shooter is a Halo game, or any game that has mechanics to where you take cover, like in Gears, is an Xbox game. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. So do not do that. Do not do that. You said, I thought. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna have to try. Your Ocular fan said, yeah. And I'm seeing that Ocular fan is upset with ESPN. I don't understand what the ESPN. He said, let's see. Let's go back and see. I'm trying to see why. What's going on with you, Stanley Francis? Appreciate it. I am all in, Rain. I am all in several activities. That is true. But you said you're asking how to subscribe to ESPN DTC. I don't even know what DTC is. I mean, what is it? Hold on. You're going to make me look it up. Hold on. This man got me looking at sports when I'm talking about games. What are you doing? Okay. Okay, let me look at this. It says, what is the new ESPN DTC service? Plans, costs, key factors, new streaming plan, direct to consumer launch. It just started today, so you're probably going to have some issues with Ocular. It says the service brought the full suite of ESPN networks and daily services to fans starting on August 21st. How can you subscribe? It says fans can sign up. You said access to all ESPN Linear's network, that's really cool. Like, I mean, that's something that, and it's an unlimited plan. I don't know that I might have to look and see what the budget might be like if we sit here, because we got the Hulu, Disney bundle. Now, if all that can be included, then I might be all in on that, because I mean, we watch sports. My wife is not so much into sports, but I am. My mom is, her friends are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and of course my homeboys, we all into sports. So like, I'll catch me some stuff on that. Like, you know, college football is about to get started, all that stuff. Anyway, I know I'm talking about sports. I ain't trying to talk about sports, but maybe it's because that the problem is that it's just started, Ocular fan. So That sounds like a real good thing. That was my first time even hearing about it. I know that they were coming out with all new stuff, but I have not heard about that. But you're upset with ESPN, and rightfully so. But anyway, if it's not getting what you got. So let me read some more. Somebody said the order. Thank you. The order 1886 or something like that. Whatever. The order, yeah. You thought the order was Straight of All said, I thought the order was kind of trash. Good story and the premise, but the shooting wasn't satisfying. Well, no, I mean the shooting was hit and miss in certain categories, but man, I just like that. I just like the order, the way that the atmosphere, the whole nine. Like I played it on the hardest difficulty, and I was an idiot for doing it because there were times, man. Like I mean, and I streamed that. I was just when I was doing those button sequences, fighting those werewolves, and like they wouldn't register all the time. So I would just get demolished a million times, felt like, until it actually happened. Or if you hit the button early enough because there was some kind of lag or whatever that case may be. But I was satisfied with the game. I was very satisfied with the game. And on top of this game that you're seeing here, Echoes of the End, it has multiple endings as well, from my understanding. So I think I got the best ending. I do not know. The interactions of what you have and the conversations and stuff like that supposed to have some significance. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, I highly recommend this game to give it a try. It's not very expensive in that end. If you want to wait for a sale to get it to the 20s or anything like that, could this be a title that could come to Game Pass at some time? It could. I would love it to, for people to give an opportunity for it. But I'm just saying, for me, that's why you haven't seen me this week or Sunday, because I got started on this game and I couldn't stop playing it. I was like, damn. This game is dope. It's really cool. So anyway, all right. So let's get to it. What's going on with your prayers? What's happening, fam? Now next week I will be gone. I will be going to Detroit. I didn't know if we were going to go after hearing some news or whatever, but then come to find out they were still going. So next week is my birthday week. Next Monday. Damn, I'm gonna be the big 5-0, son. It's gonna be crazy. So anyway, I'm going to Detroit, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with family and stuff like that. So that should be interesting. If anything gaming wise pop up or anything, I'll do a little video, like a live stream or something. You know, at where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, just to talk about what's going on with the gaming stuff or whatever, interact with you guys for a little bit. But other than that, man, let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing is first. I can't hold it in any longer. Oh man, thank you. He said, I know, Parrish, that's crazy. I'm an old man, bro. I'm old. And you know, I figured something out. I was saying, I was watching because I know GRG was extra long. And I probably had to do because I started to sip on a little bit of that adult beverage. But we did have a lot to say, and we only do GRG once a month, but I don't expect to want to do 5-hour podcasts, but, I still had a good time. But I was noticing, like, I said, when I drink like an old man. I was drinking some water and I was like, what am I doing? I was telling my wife that, and I was like, why am I? So I got to pay attention to that. So I got my coffee right here. So anyway, I do this little crazy, like, old man, like I ain't got no teeth motion. And I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, no. So I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'll gradually get old happily, but I'm not going to be doing too many old things, old man things. Anyway, so let me stop talking about that, but let me get right to this and talk about Black Myth Wukong, which I don't know if it's dropped already or if it's if it's dropping today or if it's dropping next week or whatever, right? I don't know. I forgot already, right? But you said hit up Dirt while you up there. Well, I mean, there's quite a few people up there that I think that's out there from D-Town. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll like I said, I'll probably do a like a little live stream when I'm out in Detroit. So if anybody's out there to say what's up, want to say what's up, I'm like, hey, let's see what's going on. But I don't know, like, you know, I know I'll be probably stopping by Pontiac because that's where I got my family at. But I'm gonna be in another spot. I forgot what the name of it is, but with my wife's family out there. So, yeah. So anyway, I've never been to that part of Detroit, so we'll see what's going on, whatever. But it is well, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to Pontiac. That's where I, you know, I used to go during the summer and spend time with my aunties and cousins and stuff like that. But when I was young, and I remember we couldn't, we had to take off our Oklahoma license plates. Well, I wasn't driving; I was a kid, but my grandpa and them, they was like, "Man, we about to step into Detroit City. Take them tags, Oklahoma tags off. put these Michigan tags on, bro. It was real out there at that time, man. It was wild. Anyway, so and you know, so I heard crazy stuff, and you know, like I said, I used to go to Pontiac every year during the summer, so I already know how wild Pontiac used to be. Pontiac ain't nothing like that now. But anyway. I don't know, but anyway, so yeah, it was wild out there, man. You couldn't go to there was quite a few places you couldn't go in there with no different state tags, man, or you get got. They would look at you as fresh meat, so it was no joke. Anyway, so but let's talk about Black Myth Wukong. Disappointment. You know, I never want to be one of those type of people that sit here and try to promote gamers to not want to purchase something because I think that defeats the purpose. I really do. But I can definitely understand why Xbox gamers are pissed. I am pissed. And you know how I feel about Black Myth Wukong. It was my game of the year last year. It is a fabulous, and I mean fabulous game. It was one of those games that I jumped on, and I mean I was hyped for it when I first seen it. The few years before the game when they showed the trailer of it, and you actually got to see some gameplay. Or I think the first trailer was when you seen the Monkey King turn into a bug and all that. Yeah, that's what like the first trailer of it, but. I was all in then, but to play it and to see how fantastic it was, and like I've played some of these Chinese games over the years, talked about some of them, promoted some of them the best way that I can to like get people on board to see it. And I knew that these studios were, you know, had some really good content, but they never brought games to that level like Black Myth. Because I believe that was the first big AAA title that they really actually put some money into and then really do it and then actually see how that game is. And for the Xbox gamers who have not got to see what that game is like, my goodness, man, spectacle, just a marvel, just oh my god. And then learning more about the Chinese lore and just how crazy about the Monkey King and stuff like that. But anyway, regardless of all that, like how fabulous that game is, it was my game of the year last year. This was definitely a Game Science lied. They just straight up lied. And that's not a good start for a company, for a group of gamers that was anticipating this game, that was just as hype as this game as any PlayStation or PC gamer has been. And it's infuriating because now we know the truth. It was the same thing that kind of like with the Baldur's Gate situation. And just with other titles as well. Like, I mean, you look at this Phantom Zero game. That's not a PlayStation owned game. That's just a game that PlayStation is keeping off of the title. Like Token, the fighting game that's coming out. That's a game that will eventually, I think, will come to Xbox at some point. But that's, you know what I'm saying? Sony is still practicing these bullshit tactics, and they're taking it to another degree because they know now that there's a lot of Xbox gamers who buy other consoles or buy other platforms. So they'll just wait till the game comes on PC. And now these games are dropping day one on PC. And this is why I made my assessment of saying, like, look, there's no reason for me to own a PlayStation anymore after this generation, because I can get these games day one on PC. And if the ones that do come later, okay, so what? I can wait. There's so much more content that's dropping now. I can wait. Because matter of fact, let's say that like Ghost of Yotai, that's definitely going to be a day one buy for me when I buy it on PC. But there's going to be a ton of other games that's going to be dropping around that time, plus the games that I still have like a huge backlog, and there's games that I'm going to buy in between there. I mean, Ninja Gaiden's going to be out during that time. There's going to be Battlefield 6 that's going to be out at that time. There's going to be trying to think. I mean, just thinking about next month, you got Borderlands 4. By that time, I probably will have Borderlands 4. I'm getting my NBA 2K 26. This Hell Is Us. I think that's what's called. Hell Is Us. That looks very intriguing. That looks like something I might want to jump on too. Shinobi. Like, there's too many. The Snake Eater game. Like, there's just so much. And then there's games like that that came in the past, that just dropped earlier this month. Hey, I am looking into one to maybe get that Mafia, the Mafia old country game. So again, Ghost of Yotai is not going to be a first priority for me. So I can wait until it drops sometime in 2026. With that being said, with Black Myth Wukong, we as Xbox gamers had to wait for over a year and a half for this game to drop. The hype and excitement for this game is not the same as it was when the game first dropped. I mean, if this was in the same kind of breath as Baldur's Gate 3, where it dropped within the same year, or even when, you know, I was saying that when I was on Web Dave's podcast, that I was thinking that there wasn't going to be any. I thought the rumors about Ninja Gaiden was true, but I didn't think that would be a game that would be announced for the Xbox Direct. It was probably going to be Black Myth Wukong, but I was wrong. And it was Ninja Gaiden, which I was thoroughly impressed. And then on top of with the shadow drop of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. And then you finally want to deliver it, and it's been kind of like low key. And now you want to advertise like crazy. Oh yeah, Black Myth Wukong, this, that, and the third. And then you come to find out that the Series S version, the game that was supposed to hold back this whole reasoning for the game to not to come day one with the PlayStation 4, and with the PlayStation version and PC version, it was because of the memory of the Series S. But the game is running 60 frames per second on the Series S. The game looks good. I don't know if you guys seen the gameplay footage of it, but like this is insane. This is absolutely grotesque, because it's what I've been saying for a very long time. If these games are being able to be played on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, these games can damn sure be played, or even on the Switch, or Switch 2. Now I know Black Myth is not on the Switch. It's not on the Switch 2. But I'm saying if these games could be anywhere played on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One, these games will definitely be able to be played on the Series S. If Baldur's Gate 3, a game that massive, can be played on the Series S, Black Myth Wukong, even though it's a resource hog, it's very demanding. It's not as demanding as Baldur's Gate 3. Period. And that to me is when I knew, and this is what it was like. When the rumors start coming out about these games and these deals that Sony was doing underneath the table and things like that. But what I as gamers do not like is being lied to. And so when these gamers coming out and say, hey, that's cool and all, but I ain't buying it, I can't be mad at them. I can't. As much as I love that game. And I was thinking about even double dipping just for the support of it, but I'm not. And now if somebody says, well, that was what's going to keep the game off of Xbox. No, the first game's already coming to Xbox. The second game will definitely come to Xbox as well. That's something I will talk about when I'm talking about Gamescom. So Fahim say, why complain? Because, see, if the roles were reversed, this is the part that I can't stand. If the roles were reversed, you would complain. The PlayStation community would complain, and rightfully so, and especially if you was lied to. Well, we couldn't put it on the PlayStation Digital because whatever dumb reason, right? I don't, and then you got these people that was making excuses talking about, well, the PlayStation Digital is the same. It just doesn't have a disc drive. And this is the reason why the Series S is a damaged goods and they should have never made it. And then you see the game running 60 frames per second. What? Actually having better performance than what the game launched at on the PlayStation 5. Because the game did not launch at 60 frames per second on PlayStation 5. So what are you, so tell me this, you know what I'm saying? Like, did game science all of a sudden become wizards of an Xbox console? Or is it just the fact of it is that they just got the bread to sit there and to promote Sony? Because again, they had it just like with Stellar Blade, they had that game advertised coming on everything. Day one, all of a sudden it changed. Same with Stellar Blade. I do have, but see, this is my thing. This whole perception of me, and not, and it's what's the only thing important is what's dooming America, in my opinion, and dooming a lot of people's perspective. Like, it makes me cringe sometimes when I'm hearing people saying, you got it already. Why should you worry? Because I'm a gamer. I want people to experience good games. That's just like me over here bragging about this game that you see in the background, but nobody else can have access to it. What kind of shit is that? When did we become that narcissistic to where we just care about only ourselves and not care about the greater good? Well, I thought we were supposed to be a community. So it's okay to be lied to, Fahim? Is it okay for us to be lied to by these companies and tell us this, that, and the third? Just for the sake of saying, well, I got it on PC, it don't matter. Yo, forget about being lied to. Forget about, because trust me, if they'll lie to Xbox gamers, they'll lie to PlayStation gamers, they'll lie to PC gamers, they'll lie to, these companies will lie to you. Bro, what are you talking about? Thank you, Emmanuel. Nixon said he wasn't involved in Watergate. I am not a crook. Bro, come on, man. Come on. What are we doing here? We've really become that type of society now to just say, well, I got it. Tough shit. That's cool to you? You see what I'm saying, Fahim? Like you say, you think you know what I mean. Anybody that's listening, knowing I'm speaking, if you understand English, you understand exactly what the hell I'm saying. Is that, what the hell are we doing? That's not, I don't want to be lied to by anybody, anything. Just come real with it. Just say, look, I got the bag. If Game Science says, hey, Sony sit there and gave us the bag, now maybe Xbox will try to sue them or do something or whatever the case may be, or public opinion. I don't know. I really don't. Because really a public opinion would be, especially if an Xbox game would be like, hold up. So they're taking Xbox to court over the because Activision has chose Microsoft to buy them. ABK has chose them to buy them, but yet now they're doing these side deals on the back to try to keep games off of Xbox. I get that. The perception would definitely be there, and maybe that would be a talking point for Xbox to say to a judge, jury, or whatever. I have, about whatever well, I can't think, regulators and things of that nature, maybe, whatever the case may be. But again, I respect it more if you just say, look, Sony gave us the bag to keep the game off of Xbox. Okay, Sony has been doing this. So why is this anything different now, right? But don't lie and say, yo, man, that Series S, man, that thing, it's really complicated. I don't know, man. It's just not enough this, not enough that, not enough this. But then, yeah, every other game that's just as demanding is being played on the Series S. Every other game that's demanding. So what are we talking about here? Black Myth is definitely, yes, it's a resource hog, but it's not like the most insane game that we've ever seen to not be played. Like, I mean, if Cyberpunk can be played on the Series S, then damn it, there's a lot of games that can be played on the Series S. Period. So again, and I mean, just all you got to do is when you follow PC gamers, right? Like, yeah, they have issues with memory and things like that, but then they still get those games to work. So again, I'm not gonna. I mean, if my brother Viper was in here, he would say lazy devs and stuff like that. I don't like calling any dev lazy. I think they all work hard to the degree of where they can. But I think it's just more of the gaming politics of wherever the money flows, and if the publisher is saying, well, this is where this money's flowing, this is what's going to happen, and this is what you're going to do. So, and again, no telling what's happening when it's tied into the Chinese government, and they're saying, look, get this bag from Sony. You know what I'm saying? Let that American company wait. Who knows? I have no idea. But all I know is that we got lied to as Xbox gamers. And that's the thing right there that makes it problematic. And I cannot be mad at any Xbox gamers who say they're not going to support the game. I'm just not. Because that's the type of thing right there. I mean, Xbox gamers or just gamers in general has to stand up for something. You know, I mean, we hear it all the time. The gamers bitch and complain about this, that, and the third, but then yet they still contradict themselves and they go support the game anyway that they say that they claim that they don't like. So, yeah. And so the security says, Fahim says, and sent their own people to help. Well, okay, it happens all the time, but it's still, it doesn't matter if Sony sent, I mean, okay, Callisto Protocol, Sony sent their people there to help. That game dropped on Xbox. That game wasn't delayed, was it not? Was that game delayed? Did that game drop at the same time? So, I mean, there's plenty of games that Xbox has worked on development, and the game still dropped on everything else. It's vice versa. So the excuse is wild, Fahim. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Curie said. You know what I'm saying? And saying Big Bamo said lazy ass devs. I can't say that. I mean, I'm saying that for myself. Like, anybody else that says it, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I just know that there's a lot of work that goes behind this stuff for me talking and dealing with devs. And for just like for anything else, like for when, you know, for the profession that I worked on, where I worked at before I retired or forcefully retired from injury, is the sense of, like, you know, people would get mad at you about something and say you were lazy. Well, it had nothing to do with me. I'm just delivering this. I'm delivering the mud to you. I just got it. I got here in 10 minutes. it had some other stuff to do. And then, you know, you got to explain. See, that's the type of stuff. That's why I don't say lazy, because you just don't understand what is the factors behind it. Just like for anybody else that's, you know, I mean, there are lazy workers out there. There's no question. But I just don't want to use that term when I don't know all the ins and outs of what's going on. Now, if I found out the ins and outs of everything, then I could go ahead and I could say, oh yeah, okay, you're right. That's some lazy shit. But as Curie said, and she said, I'm standing on business for sure. I'll get Black Myth on sale. I wouldn't be surprised if Black Myth popped on Game Pass at some point. You know, I mean, now this is my thing. Now, Black Myth was a. Now I do not know. I thought I'd looked and checked, but I didn't see it. Now, if it's a Play Anywhere title, that might be something that I would be interested in. But I would be just like you. I would wait until the sale for me, because, like I said, I already own the game. I already beat the game. I was starting and got through like the first quarter through it, playing my second playthrough, and so I want to go back and start it over again and do my second playthrough. And stream it, because I was starting to stream it and then I stopped because of all the stuff that happened. But I'm just disappointed. I am really disappointed about it, and I don't see any. There is no, you know, forgive and forget type of stuff when it comes to, you know, like, hold up. What if, you know, like, people were showing so much gameplay. The whole story is out. Like you can't even avoid from what on into the game. You know what I'm saying? You have to avoid everything, the internet on purpose, just because if you wanted to play that game from and know what's all going on and things of that nature. Like it's crazy. The only benefit that I would say is that you could go back if you get stuck at some things and knowing about the secret places. You can go back and all that information is already there and available for you. But still, that to me is not worth it. Not worth the delay when the opportunity was there for you to play the game at launch, and they blamed it on something that clearly was not the main issue. And if it was part of the issue, that game should have not been delayed to this length. Period. Period. So that's just what's going on. Big Bad Mo said, he said, lazy devs, they say out of their mouth, it will take years of experience and time to get it to run on the Series S. 1 year ain't years, brother. No. Like that's why I say it's a bunch of lies. It's not got anything to do with lazy. It's where they get who's in charge to say to them, because the devs is just working on the games. The people who are in charge are the ones that told them that they're just working on the games. It's the people that are in charge that are telling the lies. If it's the head of game science, is it the publisher of that, if the publisher that owns Game Sign, I have no idea, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Those things are the people. Those are the people that gets out there and do the press conferences and tell people that this, that, and the third. They lied. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. But I don't say that it's the devs being lazy. I say it's them being mislead. It's the publishers or the heads of those devs that go out there and have to say something public and then basically pretty much shit on a product that now you put in your game and you're asking that community to spend money for. That's damn near diabolical. That's damn near diabolical. That's just basically saying, look, man, y'all need these games. No, they don't. Xbox gamers don't need these games like that no more. Did you not see Gamescom? I think what? Out of all the games they showed, it was what? 5, 6, 5, I would say 10 games at the most that were not going to be on Xbox. And those games were primarily on PC. So which, you know what I'm saying, if you got a gaming PC or anything of that, something like that, you can still play those games off of your Xbox app. So again, and anyway, we'll talk about Gamescom here in a hot second, but just my last point, I think that it's pretty wild that the Series S gets the ridicule that it does. It's unnecessary hate, because I guarantee you, and listen, the warranted part about the hate now for the Series S is that it's not worth the price of admission. It's not. Now, it's higher than the Switch 2 right now. It's more powerful than the Switch 2, but it's not worth the money that it's worth. Like if it was $450, okay, even though that's still more expensive than what it was, but if it was $450, if it was cheaper than the Switch 2, then I would sit here and, I mean, it's still the best console that you can buy, a budget console that you can buy at that price. At the price that it is now, because I think it's $500 now. No, man, no. But when it first launched, before they raised the prices here earlier this year, just a few months ago, best deal in town, best value in gaming, hands down. Let me read a couple of comments. It says, what's the price of the Series S in the US now? I think it's like 500, five something. Let me look. Cause I just was, hold on. Let's see. Okay. Well, hold on. Wait a minute. Now I could be, I might stand corrected. Hold on. Okay. It's on sale right now. It's on sale right now. So hold on, hold on. Oh no 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 no! Let me stand corrected. It's still the best value in gaming right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, so um, at Walmart you can get it for $3.29. At I don't know. I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't buy from AliExpress. I've heard of it. I've seen it, but I've never bought anything there. But it's $229.93. At GameStop, hold up, check this out. A 1 gigabyte at GameStop is used, but at GameStop it is $179.99. So we're back. We back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me not drop my comics house. Oh my lord. I was going to show a couple of comics I picked up at the, because that's another thing that I did Sunday is I went to this comic event here that was in the city. I showed some pictures of that, but anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, okay, so at GameStop, the Xbox One S used 1 terabyte all digital edition is $179.99. I stand corrected right now. Okay, so at Best Buy, it's the all digital, of course, which that's what the Series S is. But the 512 gigabyte, is that right? 512 gigabyte? Okay, anyway, whatever. $379.99. And then hold on, let's keep looking. All right. Okay, so now. Oh yeah, it's the gigabyte. Okay. All right. Okay, so now if you just want to go straight through Xbox, then it's $429.99. Okay, I was thinking it was 500, but that's still too much for even for the 1 terabyte for the Series S. That's still too much. Now that's $50 cheaper than the Nintendo Switch 2. But for something that's been out since 2020, 2021, it's no. That's the value is not there for me. But if you're looking at what I just said, those from Walmart, GameStop, from whatever that was, AliExpress, GameStop, Best Buy, that's the ticket. That's where you need to be. Don't buy it off of Xbox, but buy it off of those places that I just told you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to Amazon and I'm going to look and see how much it is on Amazon. Yep, let's go. It's $329 for the 512 gigabyte. Oh, hold on. Man, just take me there. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let me just type in Amazon. All right, gotta do all this craziness. Oh, okay, good. I'm already logged. Let's go. All right, so Series S. Oh my goodness, Lord have mercy. Okay, so maybe not the best place to go for there. Okay, so the 1 terabyte is $428. On the okay, well hold on. There's another one here. But it's a renewed premium, which I mean I would get it. It's $350. And here's another one, but that's the 5 gigabyte. And that's renewed, that's $324. So anyway, just go to the places where I said first, and it is what it is. Now, paying $450 for it, it's too expensive. I think it's too expensive for that price, for my opinion. But if it's $350 and less, bargain, still a bargain. It's still a good value. You said, and you know what I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, AliExpress. It's yeah. You said it's all together though. It's ALI Express. I would look that up and I would check out to see if that's a trusted site. You know, I've seen AliExpress when I pop up and I'm looking for sales and deals and things like that, and I look and I'm like, man, something ain't right. But if it says a trusted site, I will go look at Reddit too and some things and try to find it, get some more information. But I would definitely go and check out to see if that site is trusted. Because listen, AliExpress might be good out of the country, but it might be a goddamn problem here in the U.S. I have no idea. I like to go to my trusted places to go find stuff. Because you know, if you go and try to go too deep, you get burned. So you know what I'm saying. So that's just the reality of it. You said you've ordered from there before. They said the trust is more on the seller than the site. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I mean, yeah. So you have to read about the seller itself and about like things that nature. But see, again, I don't know. But but that's a really good deal for a Series S. So again, that's just going back to my whole point of this. It is the best value in gaming at this point right now to go to those places, not to buy it off of Xbox. And you got to look on Amazon to find certain deals here and there. I mean, you might can go to Micro Center or Micro Center Online or go to some other places. Well, I can't think of that place I go to because I got a lot of my computer parts there. Anyway, regardless, there's plenty of places to go to get that type of stuff, to get deals. But again, it's not 450 is too much. I say 400 is too much, honestly. Anything 350 and less for the Series S, I think that's a bargain. That's a deal. Now it should be cheaper, but again, the 179, the Series S should be by normal standards 179 right now. It should be 200 or less right now. If everything was normal in the gaming space with older hardware, it should be 200 or less. Real talk. But these aren't normal times. So just at least he said, I don't know, I did not say Temu, bro. I'm not. No. No, I did not say Temu. I did not say Temu. Yes, Microsoft do have a great insurance plan, but so does Best Buy. Best Buy and Amazon have really good plans. Walmart has a decent plan, but Best Buy and Microsoft, like I said, Samsung have a really good plan too. But Best Buy to me has some of the best because you can get up to so many years. Amazon has it has it as well as just certain products, not all, but you can get up to 2 to 4 years. And then what I did with my TV is when I bought my television from Best Buy, got the 3-year warranty, and then I went to Samsung and then I put another 3-year warranty on that. Just to cover myself. Just to cover myself. And then I think even after and I did it after my 2nd year warranty, because I think that you can wait up to now. That could be changed now. I mean, my TV is old now. I got my Q90R is old now, so I gotta upgrade. But it was like 2 years after I got my Best Buy warranty, and I extended my warranty through Samsung itself. Now, like I said, it could be totally different now. It's been a while, but that's what I did to make sure if something happened to my baby, then I was going to make sure that was going to be, I was going to keep things on the up and up. So, because this shit is too expensive. It's high, Jack. High dollar stuff. I ain't trying to sit there and just lose money. So anyway, so let's move on off of that. I just, listen, people do what they want to with Black Myth Wukong. I'm not going to be opposed of it either way. I just letting you guys know it's a fantastic game. It's a wonderful game. Anyway, let's move on and talk about Call of Duty now. Okay, I get it. We're back to 2013, we're back to 2013 to 16? Something like that. We're back. It is so crazy in the gaming space. If you've done this stuff long enough, things will always repeat itself. It is incredible. I was going to talk about Gamescom because I'm not going to really spend too much time talking about Call of Duty and Battlefield, but you know what I'm saying. So I will talk. I will remember that, Curie. I will talk about the Rogue Ally. But I want to touch on this stuff. I want to touch on this and get this out the way. About the Call of Duty situation. But the longer that you do this stuff, you see there's trends, right? Battlefield was the most hated, most this, that since like Battlefield 5. So we're talking about a good 4 or 5 year stretch. Call of Duty had its stretch, and then Call of Duty's been fine until just recently. Now you got people that's making ridiculous arguments. And listen, I'm not and I've said this before. I'm not the biggest fan of the Beavis and Butthead and American Guy type of animated cartoon like characters or either. But I mean, and some of the stuff that they got in there is corny, but they're optional. And like I said before, people are buying that stuff. They're buying it. This isn't rocket science, folks. They're buying these skins. I buy these skins, not the Ninja Turtles or anything of that nature or whatever. And let's not be crazy here and think that if a season 2 comes out and Battlefield 6 wants to bring in something completely different, like a guest character or something from Dragon Age or from, you know, something else from one of their games, like from for promotion for, let's say, the next Mass Effect or from the next big game that they want to promote. Don't think that won't be in Battlefield. Like, what do we like? There's skins there's all these type of skins that pop up in these games. If you want to blame somebody, blame the fucking consumer, not the company. The company's just making the idea. It's the consumer that sits there that spins it. So when I see these people that get up here and say, oh, this is dumb, this is weak, this is crazy, I'm not doing all this kiddie stuff, it's not fun no more. Well, you blame the gamers. But you know why you won't do that? Because you over here, you know you own that bullshit. That's exactly what you're doing. It is the gamers who's made the decision to want to buy these skins. It is the gamers who said, and it's just like I said earlier, they will say something, but then they'll contradict themselves in the same goddamn week, in the same sentence even sometimes. Curious, like you know what I'm saying? Like Negan is saying, Black Ops 7 is on Game Pass. I'm buying Black Ops, Battlefield 6. God, is too big to fail. It's too big of file size to be on my drive. That's fine. I mean, it is what it is. The one thing I can say about COD that I do like what they've done now is that you can partition and take out what you don't want. Like, I mean, I think you got to get that. You got to download that whole COD thing, which, you know, since I got all the CODs. Except for the one that was just only the which I think that was Black Ops 4 or something like that, which was only that mode that I'm not the biggest fan of, which is Warzone mode or whatever. That's the only COD that I have not bought in the last 15, 16, 17 years. I've bought every COD, I've bought every Battlefield that has been out since Battlefield, what is it? I bought Battlefield 1942, but I'm thinking that the Bad Companies came out before that. I mean, I was buying Medal of Honor, so let's just put it like that. I've been buying like EA's games since Medal of Honor. I've been buying Call of Duty since Call of Duty was doing the World War II stuff. Back on the PlayStation 1 and 2. So like, I mean, so these things don't, so like, again, like to see the evolution of where both of these games have gone, I enjoy them. And it's like what I said before, is that they can both coexist without fail, without issue. It's that these people want something to fail that they've themselves have bragged and loved for in years past. Like this last COD is not bad at all. It's really good. The multiplayer is outstanding. Okay, so there's skins that you don't like. And then I seen somebody say, well, they need to toggle that. Well, I mean, we can't just toggle every goddamn thing. You want to toggle no crossplay. Fine. I can agree with that if that's what you don't want to do. I get that. And especially the toggle is definitely needed for Battlefield 6 unless EA gets this together with these servers dealing with these cheaters. Because listen, I maxed out and got to got 20. There was only 3 things that I didn't complete to get every objective completed, and that was the one because I went late with it, and that was the one where you were the engineer and kept on being the repair guy. And then the other 2 was really weird, like it was some kind of bug. I should only be 2, but it was for some reason they cut the game off, and then they said that I didn't win this, I didn't get enough for the rush or a breakthrough, and even though I should have had that gun skin, they said I didn't get it. Now the AK gun skin I didn't get, and then it's the other one with the repair. Those are the only 2 I really didn't get. But it said it was 3. So I put my time in the game. Saturday, I could have got all that stuff done, but Saturday was so bad. Last Saturday was so bad with the cheaters on Battlefield. I was losing my mind and really was considering to cutting off crossplay. It was that bad. So people can sit here and talk about Battlefield all they talk great and holy than thou about Battlefield 6 all they want to. If that game's going to be, if there's going to be cheaters that's going to wreak havoc like they did, that game is going to die on the vine in less than a year. Promise you that. So it is what it is. While Call of Duty has gotten tremendously better on dealing with cheaters, you'll still find a match or 2, and trust me, you can't say that, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm almost a 500 master prestige on Call of Duty. So I put in my work on this Call of Duty. Now I'm definitely will not catch the 1,000. I was thinking about max. The only thing I wanted to do was master prestige, but I found myself playing a lot more than I thought that I was going to play. But I'm almost a 500 master prestige, so can't talk to me about not putting no time in the game. So I know about dealing with cheaters, and I know how I haven't dealt with cheaters. There's matches I can sit there and I wreck shop, and there's matches that I know that these people are cheating. But it's far and few in between compared to what it used to be on older COD games. My whole point on this is that COD is in its own lane, and it is too big to fail. It is not going to fail, because when there was people that was trying to do comparisons to the other Black Ops, I think it was Black Ops 3 or something like that, the one that was kind of one of the least, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't Black Ops 3, the least sold Call of Duty, and you can look this up yourself, the least sold Call of Duty in the last 15 years was Infinite Warfare. And you know how many sales that was? Close to 14 million sold. There's not going to be too many games that's going to hit 14 million. So Call of Duty, if Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is going to sell the same amount as Infinite Warfare, then Call of Duty is going to be in the top 2, top 3, top 5 for sure for games sold in the year of 2025. That's the thing. That's the thing. Call of Duty is not going. No, Call of Duty has nothing to worry about. You know why? It's because people are going to still buy the game, regardless if you like the skins or if you're not. Now, they did address it and say, we hear you about the skins. We're probably not going to go as crazy about that. And then I still hear people commit, well, wait until season 1. Well, if they do it, they do it. Don't buy it. Well, I just don't like seeing them. Who cares? You're going to see all types of goofy shit. Wait till the people that can emulate stuff on Battlefield or whatever. You can see naked people running around sometimes. But it ain't gonna matter. You're not gonna get away from skins on everything. Like now, Battlefield has not really been wild on doing really crazy stuff. But trust me, if Battlefield becomes as popular as some people are anticipating it to be, trust me, they will bring in some skins to help promote other games just because, or just for sponsors, they're gonna want their money. And you're gonna fall into the same trap. Oh, they sold us out. They're this, that, this, that. It's about money. It ain't about any of these other things. The reason why people are doing, the reason why COD has got those skins is because people want them. Bottom line. I wanted to get a Ninja Turtle in one of the Ninja Turtles in Street Fighter 6 until I seen the price, and I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I bought the Ultimate Edition. I already bought Season 2. And all this, and then you telling me I got to pay what, $15 per skin? Are you kidding me? Y'all are wilding. That's asinine. But if I got extra points on COD or on Battlefield or something, or let's just say COD because that's where the crazy stuff is at, and I see a Gundam, you might not ever see my Gundam on the battlefield. But I bought it because it looked cool. I'm like, oh shit, I like Gundam. So you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Like, and who cares if I do bring it out? If I do bring my Gundam out, so what? Worry about me blasting your ass and worrying about what my skin looks like. Like, I mean, all this crying and bitching and moaning on top of being assholes to one another is crazy. It's crazy business to me. Crazy. I am becoming the old man on the line. I have, because some of this stuff is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. So again, my point to this is that if you want to be mad at somebody, you get mad at the people who buy it. Because that's that's the reason why they're doing it. They're buying these products. They're buying these skins. Fortnite sit there and opened up Pandora's box. And there's been other games to do it too, but I mean, you know, I mean, just look at what's happening with Helldivers, like ODST. Oh man, you know, you got people that's complaining about that. That shit looks dope. It matches. You think they're going to stop there if it's successful, if it makes money? If you got a lot of Xbox gamers that go ahead and PC and PlayStation gamers that go ahead and buy those ODST skins, you think it's going to stop there? So get mad at the gamers, because they're the ones that do it. They're the ones that's doing this. Not. I mean, they may have brought the idea to bring it out, but hey. It's but that's it. Anyway, then I need to spend for a Hellgaff stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, hey, it is what it is. It said fair. Apparently, when you get the Super Citizen version, you get one premium war bond token. So I guess they'll pay up for me, right? Like, I mean. Oh, I mean, like I said, I'm definitely getting Battlefield. Like, I mean, and it's but like all this crossover stuff. Like, we was just a couple of years ago where PlayStation guys was hyping it up Call of Duty so much because because they had exclusive content, and PlayStation was the company that was promoting the game. Now that Xbox got it, oh, Battlefield this and that. Well, hold up. When did you become a Battlefield fan? Because I damn sure ain't seen a lot of you PlayStation fans out there. Because I got Battlefield. When I was doubling up, I have Battlefield on PlayStation 2. So where were y'all at? I mean, there was quite a few that I'm talking about, like these content creators and stuff like that that's jumping on here and saying all this trash. No. Y'all wasn't out there like that. So again, like I say, all this complaining and this, it's just repeating itself. And if COD is going to do as bad as Infinite Warfare, it's still going to sell close to 14 million copies, and it'll still probably be one of the top selling games of 2025. So it's not going to, sales will be down. And then again, this is another factor too that I need to address before we move on to Gamescom. This is when the point I was listening to so many people in the gaming space. And reviewers and Infinite Warfare is absolutely dog shit. It's awful. It's horrible. I don't see why Call of Duty is falling off. And then I played Infinite Warfare story mode. And I'm like, what is happening here? I don't like to do all this jumping and all this and that and the third. And why we got to do it? I want boots on the ground. Then I played it and I realized how good Infinite Warfare story mode was. Absolutely insanely good. I was even mad. That's when I think that's the game that started it for me. I think that was the game that started for me because I bought Infinite Warfare. It was a pack with it was a pack. I got the disc. I got the Xbox disc hard copy somewhere. It was a pack of 2 games. I think it was a remaster of one of Call of Duty 1 or Call of Duty 2. I can't remember if it was 2 or 1. And then it was Infinite Warfare as well in there because that was part of the package deal. You said multiplayer and Warzone is the bigger modes now. Well, hold on. This is what's crazy about what's going on with this Black Ops 7 is that now I know that that was exclusive about what 5-6 years ago with PlayStation. They kept it. It was that PvE mode. Was it PvE? Yeah, PvE mode that they had exclusive for about a year or so, and then Xbox gamers got it. But it was, and it was pretty cool. I played it with a couple of people. But this here with this online, with the single player where you can play up to 4 players, like they're doing some Destiny type shit with COD now. Like that's going to draw some attention. That's going to draw some attention on top of the Warzone, which I don't care about Warzone. I'll play Warzone if I'm with a crew of people that's just dead set on playing Warzone. I just started playing the zombies not too long ago, and I thought the zombies was really cool. I see why people like zombies. I just know that I would have a better time playing it with friends, or listeners, friends, whatever, instead of just playing it with randoms. And I haven't even played the single player on Call of Duty yet, on the latest on the last 2 Call of Duty. So, I'm lying. I did play on the last one. I didn't get the chance to beat it, or did I? I know I did play it, and I seen why a lot of people didn't like it because it was more kind of open space, kind of weird. It didn't follow like the normal stories do. So I got why people wasn't the biggest fan of it. No. It was Cold War. It was Cold War. I didn't beat Cold War. So it was Cold War. I beat I beat the last one, which got they got all that hate, and then I haven't beat this last Call of Duty's the Black Ops 6 story. I haven't even started. I haven't even seen what it looked like. I just been all on the multiplayer since day one, and I normally do the stories on all my shooters before, kind of like a Halo thing, but I kind of just changed up. I was like, I just want to try to play the multiplayer because I've had a good time with COD's multiplayer. But again, like, you got a PvE of the single player experience, and then you can open up like different aspects of the single player with your friend. That's crazy. Like COD is bringing COD. This is why COD is too big to fail. And I want Battlefield to be too big to fail, but Battlefield EA is fighting for Battlefield's life. Battlefield is fighting for its existence right now. So Battlefield has to deliver. And I think it will. I enjoyed what I played, no doubt. They just got to get the cheater thing fixed. And a couple other things fixed, but that's neither here nor there. They could patch that up, but the cheater thing has definitely got to be fixed. A lot better, I should say. You can't stop cheaters from that way, but you can make it better. They just got so many modes. Because even if, let's say, you don't play the story mode, okay, you got the multiplayer. Let's say you don't like the multiplayer mode because you don't, you know what I'm saying? Then you do the Warzone. Let's say you don't like the Warzone. Well, you got zombies. Well, you don't like the zombies. Well, then you got, hell, you got other mode in there. Like, I mean, like, they got so many damn modes now. It's nuts. It's like almost NBA 2K of shooters. Like, because NBA 2K got tons of modes, right? So, I don't know, man. I want Battlefield to be good. Like they'll have like their Warzone mode or whatever that you know, PUBG mode, whatever. That's fine. I'm not gonna play it. I don't care. I just want to play the story. I'm glad that they're bringing back the story, and I'm going to play the multiplayer because I enjoy the multiplayer of Battlefield. And I've said this a million times. I prefer Battlefield over Call of Duty, but not after 2042. 2042 burned me. So that's it. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Stop with the hate. Just enjoy these games, you know, while they're around. If you're that upset with it, then don't buy it. I mean, of course, I'm not telling people not to express their opinions. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm expressing my opinion. But this whole adamant, like to be so adamant about like, oh, this is getting out of hand. This is man, come on. Because you can't, because I guarantee you, these same people will play skins on other weird, goofy skins on other games. If you know what I'm saying? So like, well, I just don't want them in just this particular genre of game. Hold up. Do you play Fortnite? Do you play Overwatch? Hold on. Some of these people, they play World of Warcraft and all that. They got crazy skins there too. What do you mean? Like, so, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, Gamescom. You said, Richie said everything is a failure. Square Enix. Oh my God. Yeah, Sapo says, I don't get it. Everyone talked about MK1 failed. You know how many copies MK sold? 6.2 million copies. How's that a failure? It's not a failure. It's just, it just didn't get received well. The one thing about Mortal Kombat 1 that didn't just break the bank like Mortal Kombat 11 is because it was you know, it was a little difficult to try to grasp. For when that game first came out and you're trying to learn how to do all that combo set, you know, the set pieces and things like that. And again, and as a person that's competitive, you don't like getting wiped. And so again, that's just with any gamer. For any casual that's coming in there, they play the story and they want to jump in and play a little bit of online, and then they get wiped. And you're trying to figure out the combo set, the whole combo system with the partner. I think left a bad taste in a lot of like casual fighters' mouth. I mean, because there was times I'm looking like, what in the world? Like, because you're trying to set these combos up and these combos just don't land. And then, of course, they patched it up. And then, you know, of course, at that point, I haven't played in God knows how long. But the last time that I played it, it ran so much better. But at this point, it's gone. A lot of people aren't playing it like that now, except for just the people that just love that combat loop, and the people wanted actually something that was familiar with Mortal Kombat 11, even though that there was a lot of fighting fans or content creators and things of that nature did not like Mortal Kombat 11. I loved Mortal Kombat 11. You know, they wanted the speed of Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat X is one of the worst looking Mortal Kombats of all time, in my opinion. It is such an ugly game. Now, combat wise, controls wise, once you know your character is whatever, but I hated the variants. I hated the 3 variants thing. I never was a fan of that. Because one of my favorite characters was Kung Lao, and they separated his move sets, but I loved him in Mortal Kombat 11. So because they brought it back to where you didn't have all them variances like that. So anyway, but that's the thing. But it's still successful. It still sold 6.2 million copies, and they did an update. I mean, they're not going to be doing any more content, unfortunately, which is sad because I did love. I did not know that I would like the Scream guy, Ghostface. I did not know that I would like Ghostface like that. Ghostface is dope. He's really good. So I have to play that again on Fight Night. So without sober. Because last time I played, I was on the sauce and it was not right, Jack. Anyway, but yeah, no, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, what people call failures is really crazy because, again, when you look at a game like Quantum Break or Sunset Overdrive, games like that sells 2-3 million copies. those games were looked at as failures. Now, when you look at those type of numbers for Square Enix or for Final Fantasy 16 or something of that nature, oh, those games, or let's say Astrobot, oh, those are fine, those are great. Nah, Jack, which one is it? So it just, none of it makes any sense. None of it makes any sense to me. Yes, Richili 2042 deserves the hate. Now, I see a lot of people, because it's like only $2-3 to buy now. I'm gonna go back and play it, because the last time that I went back and played it, it played so much better, but it failed us. It failed us tremendously, and that's why, because EA wanted to cut corners, wanted to try to find ways to make money. And what's up, Spidey King? Like it's just one of those things where it don't make any sense to do that to your beloved franchise, to now where Battlefield 6 is fighting for its damn existence. Because if this Battlefield don't land, then Battlefield is cooked. And unfortunately, but I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to be, now will it sell Battlefield 1 numbers? It's a potential. We'll see. Battlefield 1 was epic. It just, man, the World War I man, if Battlefield 1 was like, let's say if Battlefield 1 was, let's say that Battlefield 6 looked as good and as high quality as Battlefield 1, I would say, yeah, Call of Duty might be in trouble. And even though this Battlefield looks great, it still doesn't look as good as Battlefield. Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 are some of the best looking Battlefields I've ever seen, shooters I've ever seen, next to Halo 4, like in Halo 5. You gotta go back and look at Halo 5 single player. Even the multiplayer looks great, but the single player for Halo 5 looks outstanding. And Halo 4 is you can play that game today and say, and there will be people that will say, damn, what is this? What new game dropped? That's how good that those games look. Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, man, those were top-notch quality looking shooters. And quality shooters is just not enough content for Battlefield 1. I should say, well, not enough weapons, if it's safe for that. You said you played in the beta. Battlefield 6 is definitely going to sell. No, it's going to sell. It's going to sell, but what? You know what I mean? Like, what? Seppo saying, I'm getting ready to play Astrobot now. Yeah, see, that's what's up. You said you heard people with Conan. You see, Conan was all right. Like, I was a little disappointed with Homelander. I was not that fond of Homelander. So no. I'll take that back. Homelander was okay. I loved his fatality from the plane scene. But no. It wasn't. I wasn't totally. I'm sorry. I wasn't disappointed. I was okay with Homelander. No, it was Peacemaker. I was disappointed in Peacemaker. Now, if somebody who knows how to play him will make me change my mind and eat crow, but just me trying to learn how to play, when he was so awkward, I was like, Peacemaker was probably one of the most disappointing DLCs from there for me. I thought Ermac was incredible DLC for Mortal Kombat 1. I thought Ermac was special, was dope. And I've never been an Ermac fan, but he was fire in Mortal Kombat 1. So anyway. So yeah, let's go to Gamescom. Now, Curie asked me a question talking about the Rogue Ally, and she asked, would I get it? Now, if you remember, we were talking about the Rogue Ally, and I had Viper and I had Viper, Sir X-Man, and I think Husky was in here with me when I was doing my thoughts, and we was talking about it. And I seen the prices, and I was like, ew, that price is crazy. Those prices is crazy. Now, I did see that the one that is that the one that's not the X is like $5.99, something like that. So that's cool. Yeah, Cyrax is real dope. Cyrax, the Sector was my main in Mortal Kombat 10. And so I'm a real big fan of Sector. So again, I just need to get back in there and start playing it again. I mean, God, there's so many fighters I need to play. I just need to figure out what I'm going to play tonight because I am going to do Fight Night tonight. So, because I want to do something else tomorrow before because like I said, I'll be gone for a whole week next week. So, there won't be no Fight Night Sunday. There won't be nothing else. So I might finally, and I say I've been saying this, but I might finally stream some Madden or some college football, some sports. So we might do that tomorrow. Anyway, but I'll be doing Fight Night tonight. So yeah, it looks really cool. The handheld looks really cool, but it's not my type of thing. It's not my thing. And then I'm like, it's not because of the 1080p or whatever, because I know what the games that you can play on and all that cool stuff and everything, but I just don't know. Yeah, I'm leaving for a week. Like I was saying, I was in the start of the show or the stream. I'm going to Detroit. So I'm finna leave for Detroit early Saturday morning. So yep, heading on to D-Town. So anyway, yeah, Sekiro. He said that shit's gonna be like $1,000. Like, listen, I mean, I seen one price for $549, and then I seen the other one for eight something or nine something. Hold on, let me see. Let me look. But yeah, I'm not into it like that. I'm not into the handhelds like that. Like I'm just not. So I mean, it's more than thing for me is like, is it worth it just to have something like that? Spend that type of money for it just for it to collect dust? Like I mean, I'm not a person that wants to carry my games on the go like that. So no, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to get it. I don't think I'm going to get it. I would rather want to upgrade something on my PC or just get ready for the new Xbox. Or, and I'm still going to finally get the Nintendo Switch too. So that's where I probably would spend my money because I know there I'm going to have it docked and it's not going to move unless I take it out to wipe it down to get the dust off of it. That's it. And it's going right back into the dock. And then when I play some Nintendo stuff, it's ready to go. So I'm just not into it. It's got to be something in the sense of power outage, something of that nature for me to sit here and do it. But just to go take it with me, and then I'm going to be sitting at a hospital or something. I can just look at stupid comments on social media or listen to music. I mean that's just my thing. So I don't know, man. Here we go. All right. Okay. So the Asus Xbox Ally X release date has been confirmed. It's not too far away. So October 16th. And okay, so here we go. The Xbox Ally X price rumors. So I guess it's not. I guess it's still. They still haven't gave a price yet. Okay, never mind. I thought they gave the price. Suggesting that the Xbox Rogue Ally X will cost approximately $9.99, while the Xbox Ally will retail at $6.99. I've seen something that said $5.49, and then something else saying $8.99 or $8.99 or something like that. So well, listen. Then I don't know. I know this. I'm not paying no $1,000 for no handheld. It's not happening. Not happening. I will pay if you know what I'm saying, it's according what that console will have in it and what the specs are for the new Xbox for me to go ahead and get $1,000 Xbox. but it's got to be popping, Jack. Like, I mean, it's got to have me, at least got to have 4070 graphics, at least. You can't offer me something for 3090 graphics and say, well, we good. Nah, son, I'm not paying no $1,000 for no Xbox. It's got to be 40 or higher, 40, 60 or higher. I'll say 4070 or higher, in my opinion, for $1,000 Xbox. But if it's, you know what I'm saying, but I'm thinking that the consoles are going to be 700. Now, if they have elite, like premium, if they start doing that, kind of like what they're doing with these handhelds, then okay, we'll see what's going on. But I don't know. Like, a console for me, for those type of prices, is much more in my wheelhouse, for the fact of knowing that I'm going to be playing on that console. It's not going to collect dust compared to a handheld. I'm not doing that. So $9.99 for a handheld is not happening over here in K Mega's estate. Just not. I'm not doing it. It's not because I can't afford it or some shit. Well, let me put it like this. I'd rather put my money to other use. Like, if I'm going to put $1,000 into something, then it's to upgrade my TV. Or, like I said, upgrade something on my PC. Upgrade something on my truck. Upgrade something else. Like that's what I would put that type of money into. Not a handheld. So it's not like I'm saying, like, I ain't balling. That's for damn sure. So it's like, but if I got that money to do it, I will pay that for a console that has the proper specs. If it doesn't, then I'll get the regular version of whatever the console will be, and then go from there. So you said the new Xbox is going to be $1,200. If the new Xbox is going to be $1,200, that some bitch better be a 4070 or higher graphically. I would probably recommend a 4080. If it's anything less than that, like, I'm looking at that cross-eyed. Real crazy. Like, what? For real. I'm looking at that cross-eyed, side-eyed, however you want to say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not paying that type of money for something that's going to be lesser than a 40 series card, or whatever the more higher end Radeon cards are. No way. So, so she said, let me read that. So Curie said, then that's for the best. I don't care about Steam achievements at all either. I'm there for games, not on console, especially adult stuff, and early access is nice too. So that was second row talking. It's like, yeah. So no, I don't see the next Xbox being, like I said, this could be the last Xbox for sure. And I know that they're saying that they're going premium with it, but when I'm thinking premium, I mean, hell, we already know it's going to be over $600. So, but they can't go so over premium to the point to where they're going to be like, people are going to be like, nah, bro, nah, son. We already have younger gamers that's not buying games now. All you're going to do now is just have it to where you're going to have gaming vets and people like that just hold on to their old stuff and wait. So it's, these gaming companies better be very, very careful on wanting to price people out. Now, I get it, but I mean, a handheld is not going to be where I'm going to spend that type of money. I'm not spending $1,000 for no handheld. That's just bottom line. That's just bottom line for me. I'll do that. I'll do it for a console with the right specs. But like I said, I mean, if they want to price me out of the console play a space, by all means, do what you got to do. I'll be happy to upgrade my PC and just go from there. I'll still get my achievements and everything that I need, and I still have my huge Xbox library, so I'll be fine. So it is what it is. So I'm just not doing that. Isn't the 9070 XT like $599 or something? Let's see what GTS says. The 9070 is close to a 4080. Okay. and that's fine. He said that that's $599. Well, that's okay. That's $599. But again, you got to think about all the other components, the CPU, the AI technology, everything else that's going to be within that console. So if you're saying that that's $599 for the GPU, the CPU, that's going to be something, most likely a custom something that's going to cost them, not cost that much for them, but you also you're going to pay for everything else that's going on in the box on top of the features that's going to be in the box as well. So I can see $1,000 console. I can say, I'm not saying that it's not going to be that. And I'm not saying that what Sekiro said, that he's like, I can see it being 12. If it is 12, if it's up to the par to a 4080, then I'm like, okay, because as much as I spent for me to build my PC, that's still cheaper than what I built for a PC. And I'm going to get a little bit more convenient. Well, probably not a lot more, but I'll have more convenience knowing about the plug and play aspect of the console. So I'm not going to trip about that. You giving me 4080 type of graphics with the plug and play capabilities and features that you're going to get with the console? Okay, all right. That I'm cool with that. I'll spend 12. I'll spend 12 for that. But if we're talking about 3090 bullshit, which I don't think anything, I think honestly, what we're going to be seeing coming from the console space is going to be around the 4060, 4070 range. And whatever that is with Radeon GPUs, because I really do think, and I've been seeing more stuff coming in that is stating that PlayStation said that they want to be more affordable. Now, I don't know what affordable means now when we know that the PlayStation is up in price. I mean, I understand it's the tariffs that's now finally starting to kick in, but and it's not even fully the tariffs fully coming in. This is just the beginning of it, folks. I seen somebody say something about, well, it's the market being the market. Yeah, but it's the policies that's making the market be the market. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your alliances are politically, but facts are facts. Tariffs, we as the consumer, whoever brings on those tariffs, pay for it. And that's exactly what we're doing. There's been a lot of companies that's been eating them because but there's also been stuff like, I mean, just for the case in point for vegetables. Like, I mean, we were just sitting here having people bitching about eggs, right? But what about vegetables? Vegetables, my wife and my mother-in-law and friends and stuff like that. I don't like watermelon. That's not my fruit. Like, give me some peaches, give me some apples and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they love watermelon. They were just complaining about it, saying that it was $4 a pound just a month ago, and then they went up there to get it. It was nine something. Well, it looks like it's time to start growing our own. That's what it sounds like to me. So I was like, if you like watermelon, it's time for you to start learning, you start to get the green thumb. So, because I mean, bruh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So again, like I said, I'm not going to get political. I'm just saying, I don't care what your alliance is. I just don't like people to sit in there giving out misinformation, trying to talk good about something when in all reality, we're all affected by it. So, I mean, in case of point, I mean, it's hitting the gaming space, and it's going to be hitting the gaming space even more, especially with the because I mean, these consoles is going to be higher. So. And it could be, Sekiro, you could be right. It could be up to 1,200 because of, we don't know how much of these companies are going to keep taking. It's going to want to take a hit. So again, like I don't see the reason of, and this would be the most disappointing thing, right? Let's just say that the rumors are true about what PlayStation is doing, or the rumors of PlayStation wanted to make a more affordable console. Now I'm thinking maybe like, how this might be structured is kind of like what I was bringing up about these tiers. Like, I think that that's smart. But see, again, then this is where we're going to get into the weeds, because if the PlayStation does do a affordable tier PlayStation console, are the PlayStation community going to still have that same energy like they did for the Series S? Because that's exactly what that's going to be. That's exactly what they're going to do. If the rumors are true, that they're going to want to make another affordable console while having one of the more powerful consoles that's ever been made in console history, that means they're going to have tiers. So that means that they're going to have a Series S-like type of something. Right? Now, again, these are rumors. But if they're going that route, then they're going to have a Series S level type of PlayStation 6. And to me, it's like, whoa, I need that same energy from you guys. And Xbox, I think Xbox is not going to, I think Xbox is just going to be cool with what they got, going to make a premium console, and then they're all in on the PC stuff, which is going to be blended all in, and they're going to like, hey, the consumer is going to make the decision on what they want to do with their PCs, I'm pretty sure. Or if they're still going to still keep playing on the series consoles, for S and X, and then that's it. So, but we'll see. You saying, and Sekiro said that's why the handheld price wasn't announced yet. They watching that clown, and you could be right. You could be right. You could be right. I mean, because these prices is insane. They're insane. Curie said the PlayStation handheld is supposed to be a PlayStation 5 portable with varying capabilities, which is like that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, listen, I'm all for affordability. If PlayStation wants to do that, I think it's smart for them. I think it's smart. But I'd be damned if we sit here and we hear these content creators getting out here and they're touting and loving what PlayStation's doing if they come out with a S version of a console for the PlayStation 6, and then they demeaned and talked bad about the Series S. I will have my videos ready where I'm dissing so many people. I'll bring the receipts and the smoke. I'm gonna light their ass up. Promise you that. Because there's no reason for you to sit there to be a jackass about consumers being smart with their money, and especially if they're looking at it and saying, well, I don't game like that, so this is just as absolutely fine for me. And then the question will be, which is going to be wild, is if the PlayStation does do this, will they have the same type of problems that the Xbox will have? I would bet $1 right now that they won't. The industry will be just fine with it. So again, we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, those are rumors. And like I said, I'm all for PlayStation doing that for consumers. I'm all about consumers getting deals, getting value. But you can't tell me that you want Xbox to give you all premium, and that the S is completely useless for gamers, and then yet you'll be on the same wavelength as though following Sony. If Sony sits there and do the same thing, following behind Xbox, saying I'm going to make me an affordable console for gamers out there. Wild times we are in. Wild times if those things are true. So we'll see. But anyway, let me tell you what some of the things that I was excited about Gamescom, and then we're gonna go get out of here. Okay, so there was a lot. So I caught a little bit of the Xbox day 2. I mean, because I watched the Jeff Keighley thing. Then I was watching. When after I got finished beating Echoes of the End, I started the FBS, I think that's called. Well, the future FGS, future game show or whatever. And I was watching that, and it was like, 2 hours. It was almost 3 hours long. So I watched over half of that and then I finished it up before I started the stream. So there was plenty of stuff to see that caught my attention. There was a lot of stuff that caught my attention. So I'm going to go through and see about this list that I found and just kind of name a couple of things that I've seen. And I know that I'm going to forget some things too, because there was a lot of games that I was like, oh, this looks good. This looks good. This looks great. Let's see. All right. So, okay. Now, I've never played the Silkworm game, or what was it? Silk something, whatever. I've never played the first one. So I know a lot of people are excited about that. So I don't know. You guys got to tell me more about that game. Let's see. Yes, Ninja Game 4 looks really good. Ninja Game 4 does look really good. Oh, I went to the wrong. Okay, let me back out of this. Okay, here we go. All right, so I haven't played any Little Nightmares. Little Nightmares, like I seen the third one, and I'm like, you know what? I need to start playing those games because they look cool. I mean, I'm not into scary games like that anymore, but it looks really cool. Looks really cool. I know that the DLC for Indiana Jones, I was pleasantly surprised about Indiana Jones. So that's cool. Okay, here's a game right here that is a must for me, and that is the Blood of the Day of the Dawn Walker. That's a must. Like the guys that made The Witcher 2. Man, when I was seeing that combat and I'm looking at like, I mean, it has Witcher 2, like, and I know there's a lot of people that don't like the Witcher 2 combat or Witcher 3 combat. Like, bro, man, once you learn how to play it, it's so fluid. It's so smooth. I love it. Anyway, yeah, I'm all in on the Blood of the Dawn Walker. That's a game that I'm definitely excited about. Let's see. Oh, Hollow Knight, Silk Song. That's the name. Hollow Knight. I have never played any of the Hollow Knights. Let's see. Okay. There was a game called The Honor of Kings. That looked pretty cool. That's a game that looked really fun for me. And people in the chat, let me know some of the stuff that you were looking at that caught your attention. I definitely cool with that. Phantom Blade Zero looks great. Listen to that interview. And like it seems like my type of game for sure. More action oriented. Listen, I don't mind a game being difficult, but I am tired of the Souls games. I'm like, come on, can we put those to bed? Bring us more hack and slash. Bring us more fast paced action. And let's put the Souls games to rest a little bit. Let's put them down for a minute. Let's let them have a 7-8 year hiatus. Let's get to the hack and slash. Let's give us about a good 7-8 years of hack and slash, and then you can get back to your Souls game here. Resident Evil looked crazy. Now see, I'm not going to play that. I'm not gonna play that. I couldn't get past the first part of Resident Evil 7. Man, once bro came out the wall on me, and then he's chasing me down, and I'm like, man, how do I fight this back? And I was cooked. I had no gun, I had no weapon. I'm over here. This dude sit there and grab. Man, I said, I'm through. And I didn't know where else to run. I'm telling you, Halloween, I'm going to have to do it. If you want to see my big ass scream like a girl, then I don't know what happened to me with scary games. I used to just take it in, just love it. Just love it. Just love scary games. Man, after, what was it? Was it Condemned? It was because I played Silent Hill right before that, and I played Condemned. That was the last scary game that I played that I beat. Like it was like that's all I used to play with scary games at one point. Like I loved them. I can't do it. I can't do it no more. I don't know, man. Like I guess maybe because I don't know what happened to me, bro. Like I'm gonna be. I haven't even touched those remakes to the Resident Evils. I haven't. I've seen them on sale for like $4. I'm like, man, should I? And I'm like, nope. I don't know what happened to me. I really don't. I don't. But I need to try it. So anyway, I have to. Maybe that's what I need is some courage. Get the liquid courage juice and get in there on in October and play a couple of scary games. I got like I said. I think if I can get past Resident Evil 7, I think I can get back to loving scary games again. Because that shit had me terrified. Like I'm looking at, I'm like, when that dude came out the wall, I mean, that's in the beginning of the game. I knew it right then. I said, oh, I'm going up in there, come out that, and then I'm hearing that noise, and then that dude comes out that wall. I'm like, yo, what's happening? And I'm like, man, I ain't got no gat. I can't even throw hands, man. I got to run. I don't even. So looking at Requiem, Resident Evil Requiem, like I'm looking like, man, this chick stumbling and falling. Shit graphically looks even better. And she's now see, because I do want to play Village just because of the big hot chick. But then I know what she turns into because I did see like scenes or whatever about that big demon chick. But I do still kind of want to see her. So yeah, I need to play Village. I need to play Village. But Requiem, like I'm seeing that shit come out the wall. I mean, come down from the ceiling, and it's looking, and then she's running around and stumbling. And see, I probably would be annoyed with all the stumbling. Like, chick, if you don't get to stepping, putting them heels to the back of your neck, that's how you gotta run. When you see something like that, there ain't no reason to be sitting there stumbling, because that shit's on you. That shit don't, man, no. Hell no. Why you got me stumbling for? I don't want, now, if you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I need weapons. I need heat, fire. I need bombs. I need dynamite. I need some acid. I need all types. And I need a dagger knife. I had to have some bow and arrow. I need all the essentials to play some shit like that, right? Like I don't need you don't have me just running around in the darkness with some crazy shit chasing me looking like that. Are you kidding me? Nah, son. Nah. I don't like it. Anyway, so let's see what someone says. Seppo says, I'm trying Village, but the game starts off with only able to see 3 feet in front of you, even with a flashlight. Bro, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like that, like I'm not digging that. Like I don't like that. Bro, like I mean, like I know in Silent Hill you had to go through that. But at least you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just different now. I don't know. Maybe I've just gotten old and scary. I have no idea. And I just want to just blast first and keep it moving. I ain't trying to deal with no shit like that, man. So again, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. I've been saying it for years and I'm going to do it. I've been saying it. So I got to do it because I want to get back to playing scary games because scary games are so much better, it seems like now, than what they used to be. I don't know. Now I did pick up Slitherhead. Slitherhead is creepy, but it's not horror-ish. Not yet anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. Gotta trim my beard, my hair, touching my face. Anyway, Chronos looks dope. Now see again, okay, that's another game that's got a creep factor to it, but it doesn't seem like Resident Evil. Like I could play Chronos. I can play Chronos, right? But I can play Chronos. But I can't play no damn. I know that Resident Evil shit. No, that just ain't. I can't do it. I'm over here thinking about it now in my head. Like I'm just in that scene. I'm like, oh, bro, that's different. Pragmata. I don't know. Now I haven't heard people say anything about Pragmata. It looks okay. It's not a game that I would see myself getting day one. It would be a game that I would probably get for sure later on down the line. But no, I'm not. I don't know about that. I don't know about a day one, but it looks cool though. It looks cool. You Big Bad Mo said, I don't think my heart could take scary games anymore. Bro, he said Curie said, oh, I gotta stop sending on live service. He said so much games to buy. Man, yeah. There's a lot of games, a lot of good games. They showed a lot. This was a really good Gamescom. I didn't really pay attention to Gamescom last year, but this was very entertaining. Now listen, I will say this: Blizzard does some of the best work ever when it comes to CG trailers. Like, man, as many dope trailers as I see from Blizzard, like they really make you want to play. It makes me want to play World of Warcraft. But then I've seen World of Warcraft, and it's like, okay, whatever. Um, but they really make some fantastic. Blizzard makes fantastic CG trailers. Um, there was a game called Better Than Dead. I'm trying to think if this is the same one. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Better Than Dead looked pretty damn dope. A lot of it was a game made from looked like in like Japan. It's what or something like that, but or China, something like that. I see the Cantonese on the wall, but it's a shooting game. Graphically, it looks fantastic. Looks dope. Check that out. Looks really cool. It's better than this. Called Better Than Dead. Yeah, go check that out. I thought that game caught myself. Crimson Desert. I'm just waiting to see more about this game. Like, just tell me when the date is. I'm all for it. Let's see. Keep going down, looking. No, I don't know about that because I don't the John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. It's something that I would play for sure, but I don't know if it's something that I would just buy day one. Um, Keep going. Let's see. See now. I need to see. I didn't see anything from Morbid Metal, so I don't know. That's something that's been on my radar, but you know, I don't think I've seen anything from Morbid Metal. I think this isn't. Yeah, this is not showing everything. This is showing other stuff. Let me back out of this. Come on, guys, let's stop that. Hold on. All right, let's go to this list. Yeah. Trying to look for that list again. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. Okay, hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna try to type this in again because for some reason. All right. Gamescom announcements. Let's go to announcements. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Um, there was so much stuff that they showed, but so like I see how it's difficult for them to show everything. But I mean, you got to give me. I saw something with a list that says everything showed, and then it's all broken down, and you got to go in to see stuff from what you call it. Now, okay, so the Silent Hill F. I don't know what you guys think about that. I mean, I know people are excited for it. I'm not. Oh, I forgot. Now here we go. The new Black Myth game, day one. I don't care. I don't care. I don't need to see gameplay. I already know I'm going to be all in for it. So, um, see, and okay, so another game called Project Spectrum. I like that trailer, but then again, it's one of them scary kind of games. So I don't know. I don't know. Um, how many people have played Cult of the Lamb? Because that looked fun. I never really paid attention to Cult of the Lamb. I knew a lot of people liked it. So, but Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven looked pretty dope. I thought that looked fun. I seen I do have Kingdom Come Deliverance because Doc Ottomus told me that game is one of the best RPGs of all time. So I did get it. So I seen that they announced the DLC. So there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. So Bloodlines 2. I am excited for Bloodlines 2. That's a game that I'll jump. Now, as you can tell, I got as a theme here because I was just talking about Dawn Walker. I like vampire games. I like games with werewolves and vampires and shit like that. But I really was like, because I know the game got delayed and it looked like the game was dead on the vine, but that game looked pretty dope to me. I was very excited about Bloodlines 2. It caught my interest for sure. Let's see. Outer Worlds 2 for sure. That's a no-brainer. Okay. So I seen the trailer to this La Divia, Caminda, however you pronounce it, whatever. That looked crazy. That looked like something that was. It looked Dark Souls-ish, but it had a cool premise from it. I liked the way the character design was. That was pretty dope. Let's see. Yes, Ninja Gaiden 4 looked fantastic. Yeah, the game, but it's coming out this year, so I'm looking forward to it. The trailer looked really, really good. I knew I used to listen to. There was a person that used to follow me that was a real big fan of World of Tanks. So I'm pretty sure they were very excited. I thought about them when I saw the reveal to that. Okay. I mean, I'm looking at all different types of stuff, but I'm stuff that really caught. Okay, Onimushu, Way of the Sword, of course, that is a day one, no doubt about it. I thought it was interesting for the Monster Hunter Wilds, Final Fantasy 16 online collaboration. I mean, that's a game that I need to jump back on. I mean, I started it and that's it, and that's Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm like, I wanted to play with people, but like the people I've seen play it, they played it and then they were gone. They were out of there because I was playing other stuff at the time. So, Lords of the Fallen 2, look, that trailer looked out of sight, looked fantastic. But again, am I going to be is it going to be something that I'm really going to be invested in? Call of Duty Black Ops 7, I'm all in on that for sure. Let's see. There was a couple of other games that caught my attention. Yeah, that's all that they're gonna show here. Let me type this in and then I'll get out of here. Let's see. Because I've been trying to promote that game. Like, I mean, there was a few. There was a Prince of Persia game that looked pretty cool. Oh yeah, the Mortal Kombat collection. I'm all in on that too. I'm all in on the collection. Let's see. Okay, I ain't going to keep you guys too much longer. Let me just go ahead and find that. There was this other game that it was a little indie type of looking game. I thought it was real cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's called Hotel Barcelona. That shit looks really fun to me. That's something that I just want to take my time away and just jump on it and play. It's wild. It looks crazy. I'm in for that. But it's called Hotel Barcelona. That looked really cool to me. That looked real cool. So anyway, there was more for sure, but there was the Rogue of Prince of Persia was something that looked pretty cool too. But and then like seeing the collaboration with Shinobi with Young Dirty Bastard, that that Shinobi game, I can't wait for all that. Sega doing the Lord's work right now. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'll see you guys tonight. I'll be playing some kind of fighters. I don't know what yet. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the games that they got out there. He said Curie said I need to buy Monster Hunter Wilds Mercy. It's too many games, man. It's a lot of games, man. It's a lot. And like I said, there's still the Snake Eater game. The more and more I see it, the more I'm like, yeah, I think I want it. I mean, Borderlands 4, I know I'm going to get it eventually. I know I am. I know I'm going to get it. I want it, but you know, and then there's Hell. I think Hell is Us or whatever. That game looks pretty interesting to me. There's a lot of games that's really looking interesting, but I know that I'm not going to get them right then and there. But the Daemon Machina game, like I never played. I got the first one. I finally picked that up. So I'm like, okay, let me see what the second one's going to be like. I mean, because it looks cool. Looks like a cool little mech game. But I don't know. So like I said, there's so much going on. So anyway, but I'll see you guys later on tonight. Hopefully you'll come and check me out. We'll see what kind of fighters we'll play. I'll have it listed. So all right, guys, I really do appreciate y'all coming checking me out. Sekiro said 4 off the rip is Hell is Us, Chronos, Borderlands 4. Demon and Ex Machina. Like that looked really dope. Like that looked really fun. But like I said, I got to play the first one. I never played the first one. I just picked it up. It was a good affordable price. So I was like, all right, let me get it. And then like you see this game in the background, there's gems like that just kind of throw you off. And I'm like, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Rogue Prince Persia in Game Pass. So, oh yeah, okay, that's right. That is in Game Pass. So it is for that. And do not forget, also in Game Pass, Dragon Age Veilguard. Try that game out. Try that game out and let me know what you guys think. And you know what? I can't wait for you guys to try that game out. That game is severely slept on, honestly. That combat in that game is outstanding. The story was good. It wasn't as good as Inquisition, but it was good. But it was a solid game. Very solid game. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Great discussion. Thank you, Curie. Thank you, everybody else, for coming through. I will see you guys tonight. Whoever want to come through and watch me play some fighters. Everybody have a blessed day. Peace.